I believe the only planet we have not been to yet is Dark Bramble. Okay, so Hollow's... Well, I guess... Is there stuff to explore on Hollow's Lantern? Interesting. We have not yet been to Dark Bramble. We also haven't been out there, but... Mainly... The main... Of the main planets, we have not yet been to Dark Bramble. Now, in order to do the thing I want to do on Dark Bramble, I need to first not run into a tree. I need to... Where is the weird plant? There we are. Great at landing. I'm so good at my job. I'm so good at my job. Look at me go. Fantastic at this. Because the thing about this, there was that double signal. So... Boop. And now we're just gonna head our way over to Dark Bramble and just see what happens. Hooray! Now, I do know that this is wildly different than anything we did last time. Not yesterday, this was a number of days ago. I know this is wildly different than what we did last time where we were on the Hourglass Twins a lot. But I think that it's going to be worthwhile to, you know, hit the final planet that we haven't hit yet. And, like, do all of this exploring. And then we can start, like... trying to tie these threads together because I'm so fascinated. I'm so interested. Because there was also, like, that thing on Giant's Deep, that weird island that had, like, brambly bits. What the hell is going on here? This is so interesting. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can land on any of these things. Because what in the... This is so odd. Please just stay landed. I'm gonna cry. Good enough. Okay. What's been damaged? Where's the damage? Can I reach it from here? Do it later. Okay. Let's see. This is a much larger platform than I initially thought. What the heck? I'm just gonna go in, I think. Oh! But it was zero gravity. Why did I take that much damage? What? That didn't make any sense. That... Okay, I obviously still don't get how the gravity works when it says zero gravity, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We'll just make our way back there and pretend nothing happened. And we shoot this in here. And then we go back. I'm gonna take a different approach to this. Can I? Ah. Shit. Guys, I'm so good at this game. I'm so incredible at this game. I'm so freaking good at this game. Third time's the charm? Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm? Third time's the charm? Third time's the charm. I'm gonna cry. Can I shoot from here? Can I make that? Oh my god, I'm good at my job. Here we go. This is like... I keep thinking that these, like, platforms are so much smaller than they actually are. Okay. Gonna, like, carefully... not hit this with aggressive amounts of force. Unless just touching this kills me, in which case I'll cry. Oh my god, it doesn't kill me when I touch it. Great. Okay, so now we maneuver our way over to here and just start going down. Carefully. and without death and destruction. Oh, it's because this is just, all the vines are just so much bigger than I expect them to be. Okay. Those look like eyes. What the heck? I hate this immensely. Why am I going in here again? I'm terrified. I don't like the music. I don't like the spots of light. I don't like the thorns. I don't like it here, and I'd like to leave. How is this still 2.5 kilometers away? I do not like the music going on in here. I don't like the ambiance. There's more? What the hell? Okay, I think we're in true zero-G now. What? How is it duplicate signal and I'm 800 meters away, but it's right there? I'm gonna run out of fuel. Okay, so this one I can actually go into. But I'm gonna run out of fuel before that happens. But hey, at least I'll have oxygen at some point. Okay. Yep. This is fine. This is fine. Ah! What? Hold on. Hold. Ow. Ow. Damn it. Okay, so you can get there just barely. Oh, what? There's a campsite there. Why is... There's a campsite there? There's a campsite there. I was so focused on trying to, like, get through those things. There's a campsite in the anglerfish. What? I hate the anglerfish. The anglerfish is so scary to me. I don't know why. Like, there are aspects of this game that freak me the hell out. Couldn't tell you why. Could tell you why. It's because I'm a freaking scaredy pants. Or something. Scaredy pants doesn't sound correct. I'm just a coward. I'm just horrified of everything. I'm gonna see if maybe I can land on the thing in the middle of Dark Bramble next time, so that we can save some time getting down there and fuel, hopefully. I don't think I'll be able to fly into it, is the thing. But we can at least try to, like, conserve as much jetpack fuel as possible. And I'll just have to be, like, really good at jetpack. Not go to the wrong duplicate signal again. That's gotta be one of the weirder things I've seen in this game so far. Like, honestly, that has to be one of the weirder things I've seen in this game. Okay. Where am I? Oh. Okay, this is good. Did I damage the ship? Yes. However, am I still in the ship? Also, yes. I don't think the ship is gonna go through this one, though. But if I lose the ship, I don't really care. We'll have to check that red one out later. And then we get 3 duplicate signals. I think I went for the middle one last time and it was not quite the right choice. I think this was the promise. Okay. Oh god. Ow. Okay, come on. Yeah, and then we get jump scared by the anglerfish. Still hate this thing. I hate it so much. Hey. Oh. Oh my god. Wait. I feel like I found FELDSPAR too early. Why are they here? Whoa. Where'd you come from? No one's come here in, well, ever, actually. That makes you the second Hearthian to ever reach Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done. Say, it's you. They made you an astronaut? You haven't blown yourself up yet. Good for you. Oh my god. Have you been in Dark Bramble the whole time? Depends on how long all this time is. I've been here a while, I guess. Ever since I crashed my ship into... That is, ever since my daring escape from the jaws of an anglerfish. You crashed your ship, didn't you? Obviously, yes. No need to be rude. My story goes like this. I just finished... Oh. Buttons on my headset. My story goes like this. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep, and I wanted to try my hand at Dark Bramble, seeing as no one ever had been before. Getting around in Dark Bramble was easy, mind you. Once you've dodged one massive interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, you've dodged them all. But after a while, I run into this huge anglerfish. You've seen them? Big gnarly things, and this was the biggest one I've ever seen. I pull a few stunts, try to shake the thing off, and nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine, and, well, like I said, I crash. Blammo. On impact, my ship starts making noises like it's coming apart from the inside, and I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely get out of there before the electrical system starts sparking like crazy. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor fried ship. I camped out near where I crashed at first. I found the skeleton later. Great find. Would have been stupid not to use it. So I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since. I can't believe you didn't die. You know, in the old days, I used to think the same thing every time I came back from a flight in one piece. These days, I'm used to it. Anyway, that's how it all went down, hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy the fire while. Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere. Anything else you wanted? Oh, I didn't mean to click things. I found a Dark Bramble seed on Timber Hearth. Okay. That's bad business, hatchling. As Chert will tell you if you so much as glanced in Dark Bramble's direction, there used to be a fifth planet where the bramble is now. This infernal plant appeared at the center and kept growing and growing and growing until it shattered the planet and scattered its pieces across space. If we don't get that seed you found sorted real quick, like I suspect Timber Hearth will be heading toward the same fate. I tell you what, we Hearthians have overcome far too much to be done in by some worthless seed. I'm... How is there a duplicate signal in there? I don't want to, like, run away from where I know I can sort of stand normally. Huh. 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 Okay, well, let's do this. Gotta roast our marshmallow. I thought FELDSPAR was gonna be in the center of Timber Hearth, but it makes a lot of sense that they're out here. Like, ow. Good job, me. Okay. Pull up a marshmallow stick. Come to hear tales of my heroic exploits, have you? I'm gonna readjust myself real quick. Okay, I found something. Never mind. Oh, shoot. Did it again. Where should I explore here? That's the spirit. Anywhere's good, but you should know that space is weird here. Intensely. Ever tried throwing your scout inside of one of these weird seeds? See there, with the little opening? It's just big enough to launch one through. Your scout tracker will tell you the scout is in 2 places at once, but I don't think that's wrong exactly, because space doesn't work right in here. That seed looks small, see, but inside it's bigger. Much bigger. I've had a lot of time to think about this, and my theory is space in Dark Bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those seeds. Well, that's my theory. Keep that in mind while you're exploring Dark Bramble, and maybe you won't get lost inside forever. Good luck! You reached the core of Giant's Deep? How'd you do it? I am curious about this, so I also want to do that. Giant's Deep's core, huh? Ah, that was a wild one. But since you're asking, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet, right? If I tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. If I were you, I'd go take a walk and see where it ends. You'll want to get to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. That'll be my old ship. Path starts there. Oh ho ho ho! Where's your ship? Not far from here, as a matter of fact. If you go straight past the tail of this anglerfish skeleton here, you'll see a flickering light in the fog. Follow that and you'll find my old ship. What's left of it, anyway. What happened to this anglerfish? Oh, the skeleton? It was like this when I got here. Near as I can tell, this anglerfish must have been chewing on the vine and eating a seed, and then the seed grew and grew in the poor fish's stomach until this happened. Gross, huh? The skeleton was a good find. Keeps the fish away. See, they're territorial, so they mostly avoid each other. That's why I set up camp here. Okay, so there are, like, actual fish around for some reason. Shouldn't I tell ground control to come get you? Well, yeah, sure, whenever you have the time. Frankly, I kind of like it out here. Quiet. Peaceful-ish. You're a little young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure being the best that ever was. Been nice to have a break. That's so fair. That's so fair. I'm really curious as to if there's going to be any new dialogue back on Timber Hearth now that we've found FELDSPAR. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a hollow vine my ship crashed into. Path starts here. Now, I didn't manage to get my ship in here, so we're running with limited fuel. But maybe once I'm better at the game, we'll come back here with the ship, and I'll be good. Oh. Ow. Okay, I'm on the ground now? This is... Hey. Hey. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't. No way. No way. Oh, man. Trip 4, entry number, I'm gonna say not 1, crashes 3, boring crashes 0, personal best. Whoa, never thought I'd see one of these beasties outside of Giant's Deep. They were awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too. Ugh, this thing tastes terrible. The outside is all rubbery and tough. Maybe that's because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity. Is that like an actual... Sorry, I can't tell if the ringing is actually in the game or just in my own ear. Right, I'm going inside this jellyfish's interior cavity to see if what's in there tastes any better. Alright, FELDSPAR. Okay, bud. I feel like I shouldn't touch the jellyfish, but I'm walking on its tendrils and I seem to be fine. Ah! Ugh. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm not a fan. Oh, God. At least there's some sort of gravity here. What? You know what? I got nothing to lose. Oh! Note to FELDSPAR. Do not eat this even if you are dying. It would be too sad if this were the last thing you ever ate in this life. Guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, FELDSPAR. So they're good for insulation from electricity. I wonder what use that'll have. Interesting. Interesting. What else is around here? This is so... Huh. Because that's the way it came. Don't trust any of that. But is this the center of Giant Steep then? There has to be more around here. There has to be more going on than just this weird jellyfish. What the heck? I could get back to my ship, I guess. What the hell? I'm sorry, how did I get... I thought I was going to Giant Steep from there. That did not take me to Giant Steep. But maybe I screwed up. Maybe there's other things on these... What the hell? To be fair, that is a pretty big piece of ice. Ow. Ice or whatever this material is. Oop. I'm so... What the heck? That's so weird. That's so weird. That's so odd. Maybe no, because I didn't misunderstand what they said about... They said that there was a hollow vine that they crashed into. Well, I mean, that is a jellyfish from... Are they saying... Do I have to hide inside the jellyfish in order to... I'm dead. Do I have to hide inside the jellyfish to get into the middle of Giant Steep? Maybe that's it. But I didn't think there was, like, electricity in Giant Steep. I thought it was just, like, that weird, like, barrier. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to everybody and say, hey, I found FELDSPAR. Gonna get off the ground. The sun is gonna go supernova, by the way. Oh yeah, the observatory has an exhibit about that. Between you and me, I glossed over some of the finer details. Astrophysics is really more Hornfels' domain. Me, I'm here for the rocket science and the marshmallows. Good for you, bud. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to actually Hornfels because, FELDSPAR's on Dark Bramble. And they should know that. That they're not just disappeared. They have a location. And it's Dark Bramble. What the hell? That's so sick. Hey, gang. Anything? I found FELDSPAR. You found FELDSPAR? And they're in Dark Bramble? Stars above, this is wonderful news. Thank you, and thank you for finding them. The FELDSPAR didn't immediately join you on your ship, and return here is incredibly FELDSPAR of them. We were never entirely sure what FELDSPAR was thinking back then either. Still, we ought to fish them out of that dreadful place with all haste. I'll radio Gossin and have them prepare a ship. It really should be Gossin who brings FELDSPAR home. Again, thank you. You can hardly imagine how profoundly happy I am to hear they're alive and unharmed. Is there something else you need? Well, we kind of did everything. Oh, shoot. They're not going to remember this because we're, the time loop's going to reset. And then, God, the music. The time loop's going to reset and then we'd have to tell them again. There's got to be a way... There's got to be a way to stop the sun from going supernova. Like... There has to be. There's not gonna not be a way to stop the supernova. Okay, let's go read these things. Let's go read what we got. Oh, is it just those two? Man, that's it? Okay. FELDSPAR is alive. They crashed their ship and are now camping inside a huge anglerfish skeleton. FELDSPAR doesn't think my scout tracker is wrong when it says my scout is in two places at once. They have a theory that space doesn't work the same inside Dark Bramble. FELDSPAR doesn't sound overly eager to return to civilization. They've been enjoying their relative peace and quiet. Cool. FELDSPAR documented their attempts to eat this enormous jellyfish frozen in the ice. The outside was all rubbery and tough, possibly because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity. FELDSPAR decided to venture into the jellyfish's interior cavity to see if it tasted any better on the inside. After tasting the inside of the jellyfish, FELDSPAR concluded that these jellyfish are also only useful for insulation from electricity. Interesting. There's still more to explore with the orbital probe cannon. I don't think I figured out what the deal is with these rumored entries versus entries. There's still a number of these that have more to explore. Rumored entries must be just like information written down from like the Nomai translated stuff, versus entries are things that I found. Okay. Dark Bramble, White Hole. What is that thing near the White Hole? Let's see here. I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna see if we can find that White Hole. That's the sun. There's that thing that was flying around the sun. You see that thing? I don't know what the hell it is. It's fast though. Unless there's no way it's just the hourglass twins. This, yeah, there it is, there it is, there it is. How the hell do I lock onto that thing? What are you? There you are. No. Oh no, I've been sucked into the sun. How do I land on that thing? I've confirmed it's real, at least. I've like got no thoughts and simultaneously so many thoughts. I'm gonna like, I'll leave the thing orbiting the sun for now. I'm gonna see if I can chase down the thing that's sent off from Giant's Deep. If I remember where it went. Maybe I lied and I am gonna try and land on this thing. I don't think this is gonna work this way. I don't think this is gonna do it. Because I can't even see where the thing is. But it's so freaking fast, and I can't even lock onto it. No, 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 no. Oh no. It's so much faster than I am. I don't know what to do with that. I think that that has to be like, I've been thinking it for a minute, but I think that the only way to get there reasonably is warping from Ash Twin. I bet because there's all those warp stations on Ash Twin, one of them is... So, you... Exploding. I bet one of those warp stations on Ash Twin is to get to that, God, was it? To that thing that's orbiting the sun. And isn't there like, there's some sort of like solar something or other project that they're doing as well? The Nomai. Tough landing. We're fine. We're good. Don't even worry. Don't even worry. Don't worry about it. Landing gear damaged, and we're fine. We're totally okay. I'm just gonna hold out here until we have enough sand gone to actually explore a bit. I don't really think we can do much until the ash is gone. Still kind of pissed I can't land on that thing. There doesn't look to be a landing spot on it anyways, but still. Ah, good, things are starting to appear. Okay, great. I don't think I can actually get in this one, if I'm remembering correctly. This one's broken. Ow. Yeah, this one's broken, okay. There's more things over here. I think I might have hit all of these, actually. Didn't I? Yeah, this is... I remember this. I remember this one. Yeah, okay. So we're waiting for the rest of the things to show up. Hey! You. There's another entrance on the back. And I'm gonna see if I can get down there without dying. Let's see. Where was it? It's over here, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, there. Ooh. This seems to be working. Hell yes. Oh, there's so much. So many. Okay. Yarrow, some time has passed since I checked in with you, Pi. How are you and Idea progressing with the Sun Station plans? Pi, presently my assessment is that our plan will either fail explosively or succeed explosively. Idea, Pi, you know I don't find that funny. Yarrow, hypothesis. Time spent away from the station would be beneficial to you both. Pi, I'm immensely interested in testing your hypothesis, Yarrow. Idea, that at least we can agree on. Pi, how curious. Raimi thinks I'm a gas, and I don't recall requesting that you monitor this conversation, Idea. Idea, I don't see what state of matter you are. I don't see what state of matter you are has to do with this, and I don't recall supporting the Sun Station's construction, but here we are. Yeah, that's what I think that weird thing orbiting the sun is the Sun Station. I feel like that would just make sense. There's so much cactus. I'm getting a lot of things out of the sand now, which is good, I guess. These are all the warp stations. The thing with the warp stations was, like, they'll warp us to those planets, but I don't see necessarily how useful that is yet, considering they don't, like, these areas aren't, like, you can't even get into these until a lot of time has passed. And considering we're kind of on time constraints with this. Okay. Good stuff. Did I break anything? No, it's not giving any warnings. Okay, good. Considering we're on time constraints, I don't know how useful that is, because it takes so long for the sand to die down. Help. 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 Ow. Why is that upside down? Okay, so Hanging City. Thing to read. Lamie, explanation of festivals. Lamie, all the Nomai clans from all over the universe meet in one place to share what they've learned in science and art. It's called the festival. Felix, don't forget, festivals happen every 10 years. Lamie, at some festivals, one clan's big discovery can mean all the Nomai get to advance too, like a Nona's warp core, which made it so everyone can warp long distances and explore more. Lamie, each clan has a festival envoy to show their most interesting work. Our envoy was Thatch. Lamie, a single festival could last a long, long time. Lamie, we can't go because we're stuck here, but Felix says we used to go too. Oh, interesting. This is stuff I have not yet read. And it did a lot of damage to my body, but I'm here for it. Solanum. These must be like school reports, oh my god. Formation of this universe. Solanum. No one knows how this universe was made, but one thing we do know is everything used to be very hot and very dense, tightly packed together. Solanum. As this early universe expanded, it also cooled down. Once it had cooled down enough, particles were able to group together to form things like galaxies, stars, and planets. Solanum. Since then, space has continued to expand at a faster and faster rate, which is hard to think about for long without your brain hurting. Solanum. This universe will keep getting colder and larger until one day all the stars and the life they support will all die. Solanum. That's scary to think about, even though Kunoi tells me it won't happen in our lifetimes. But it'll happen in someone else's someday. We're someone else. We're someone else. Especially if this music is anything to go by. Ghost matter detected. Ah, I see. Hey, this is that place I wasn't able to get to the last time because of the ghost matter. Exploring the area around the black hole. Oh, I've been here. I remember that weird gap that I tried to jump across and couldn't. I wanted to read what was on that, the spheres, the circles, the cylinders, the rings, but the gravity went weird and so I couldn't. Just so odd. Oh, that's good. Like, I know why the gravity went weird, because that should not be... Wait, but is that also, like, platform? Are there crystals that need to exist to make it so that the gravity is correct, or what? Ooh. You know, I haven't died to ghost matter yet. It's going around here. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can explore here, because I don't know if this put me in a place of being able to get to places where I hadn't been before, or what? Because I don't think... Yeah, this is all having been explored. I'm gonna go die to ghost matter and see what happens. Because again, like, we still have no information on the ghost matter. We've gotten a lot more information on a lot of things, but none on ghost matter, so... Well, it is deadly, I'll give it that. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode, but before we go, I just wanna... I'm thinking, right? Those warp stations on Ash Twin. We really can't get to those until the end of each loop, because we have to get rid of the ash on Ash Twin. But if, like I was saying last time, if the logs on the cannon thing around Giant's Deep is anything to go by, as well as those notes for the project that we saw at the, what was it, the High Energy Lab on Ember Twin, if any of that's anything to go by, I think going through one of those warps sets us back 26 minutes. So, theoretically, we can do exploring, and then as we get to the end of the loop, we can go to Ash Twin, warp somewhere, and get 26 more minutes. Now, this is just a theory, and maybe we'll test it next time. Next episode, maybe. There's still a lot to explore. We still haven't seen anything about that white hole. I'm gonna go look at the map really quick. You know, we've got no new information here. We've still got a lot of things yet to explore. This thing, this, right? Because there's a thing. Oop. There's the thing here where it can be called home to the gravity cannon on Ember Twin, which we still haven't done. So there's a lot still to do for sure, but we will end this episode here. I can't believe we found FELDSPAR. I really thought they were going to be in the middle of Timber Hearth, but I guess that makes some sense that they're not. Like, if they're constantly 324 meters away, if that 324 meters is at the seat on Timber Hearth, I feel justified in my assumption that they were on Timber Hearth. But that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!